So what we're going to do now with this really quick tutorial is we're going to look at how we can download and use special little programs called scripts. Alright? So a good place to find scripts is Creative Crash, and we're using Maya, so we can go to Maya Creative Crash and we can say scripts and plugins. Creative Crash is a great place. You're going to have to be logged in, but it's a great place to find models and rigs and lots of other different things that could be useful within Maya itself. And what you can say is operating system script plugin, just scripts maybe. We're not looking for plugins. And you can click on one of these and you can download it, and each one will have like some tools, like a circle tool. A quick tool will create a circle from the selected edges. So you select the edges and it'll create a circle within there, which is actually pretty interesting. Now some are free, but that one costs $20. So if you want, we can say freeware right there. So that should kind of, see, we only get free now. Alright. Now the tool that I'm going to be using a lot for rigging is a tool called Comet Rename. Alright, so you can go Comet Rename. Okay, so you'll see all these different renamers right here. Rename tools, rename tools. Alright, so the one that I have, I actually have already downloaded. And what I want to do is I want to put that up here. Okay, I want to put it on my custom shelf so that I can use it whenever I want, and I'll explain how it works in the future. So I can go to my script editor. The script editor can be down here, or you can go to Windows General Editor, Script Editor. Okay, and then what we'll do is we're going to load our script. We're going to load it up. And you have to find your scripts. I keep mine in a specific place, Aaron Script Library, and rigging scripts, and I have something called Comet Rename. Oh, I put it under workflow. Comet Rename.mel. MEL is Mel Script. It actually is short for Maya Embedded Language. And a lot of scripts nowadays are moving away from Mel, Maya Embedded Language, to another language called Python. But for this case, this still works, so we're going to use it. Now what happens is you'll see here, you have Python and Mel. Make sure we open Mel Scripts in Mel and Python in Python. Then we're going to move down, and you'll see this is like a computer program right here. Now, what's missing though is it's missing a command to execute here. So a lot of the time when we download a script from Creative Crash, we're going to have to look through here and make sure that it's going to be able to be executable from our shelf. And to do that, we need to say Comet Rename and then what we do is we put the semicolon there. The semicolon, this is the name of the thing we need to execute. So we're going to execute a procedure called Comet Rename, and then we're going to, the semicolon says execute that. Alright, so I can grab this and I can say Command A, so that selects everything, or if you're using PC, Control A, and I can just middle mouse drag this here, and then I click on it, and now this works. This is creating a brand new tool that doesn't exist natively in Maya, but now it's a tool that I can use for a lot of different things. We're going to use it for many different things, but I'll give you a quick example of how it might work. So I might have a cube. Okay, I have 4 cubes, and they're all called cube 1, cube 2, cube 3. But let's say I want to make these into circles, right? And let's just go smooth. So now they're kind of spheres, all right, low-res spheres. So they're not cubes anymore. So I want to rename each of them. So I grab them and I call them sphere, all right? And the starting number I want is 1, and then I want 1, 2, 3, 4, and I don't want any padding. Padding is like 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 2. I don't want any padding, so I'm going to go 0. All right, so now you'll see they've all been renamed. What this does is this helps our workflow. We just go fast. I don't have to go there and type all of these different things. Now you might wonder, why do you need to rename it? Well, if you're working in a team and people don't know what the name of your objects are, sometimes they can get very lost. A Maya scene can get very complicated very quickly. So having your objects and your different items named properly, you can really help whoever's working with you. Now the other thing is, this is geometry. So maybe I want to add something at the end because it's sphere 4, sphere 1, sphere 2, like this. I want to call this geometry, so geo. So now it's sphere 1 geo, sphere 2 geo, and so that's kind of naming this because we might have something else. So that's my comment rename, and we'll do one more script, and I'll show you why we might want to call this geo, and something else will have a different naming convention. So the other thing is here, I don't know what this is. If you notice over here, I have all the different names. So what I need to go here is edit, shelves, oops, shelves, edit pop-up, sorry, nope. Okay, here it is. It was there. Okay. So all we need to do is, you see here that it has no name on here. I want to go here, edit, shelves, and I need to icon label, rename. Okay. Save all shelves, and now that's changed to rename. Now, for rigging, we don't want just the geometry. We're going to need control curves. Curves are NURBS curves and so I'm going to clear all here, file, load script, and let's go back to my library, resources, script library, and then rigging scripts, and I have control curves right here. So control curve.mel, my embedded language, load it up, and this one I believe is already good to go. Let's move it over here, click it, and it automatically goes. So I can close this, edit, give it CTL curve, save all shelves, control curves. Alright, now why would I want this? Well, what if I want to rig each one of these spheres? So this one I'm going to rig with a circle arrow. So I bring it here, freeze transformation. Alright, I might want to parent this to this. So I'm not going to actually animate my geometry, I'm just going to animate my control curve like this. So these are geo, so this would be sphere, right? And then instead of being geo, I'm going to be CTL for controls. Okay, so this is why we can use comment rename, because sometimes we'll have a lot of controls, we'll have a lot of geometry that we need to rename. We can even search and replace, we can do a lot of different things. And that is how we use some of the different My Embedded Language Mel Scripts. And that is how we use some of the Mel Scripts.